Hello, everyone. Welcome to day two. I'm sure that you're still feeling a little bit of the jitters and nervous and overwhelmed, and that is normal. Remember, we're here to help you every step of the way. Today, I want to talk to you about your posts. What you want to do is, what we encourage you to do is, we encourage you to post every single day. You want to be consistent. Consistency is such an important factor of this business. By you being consistent shows your audience that you're serious. So every single day, we encourage you to post a before and after post, which I'm going to tell you how to find those and where to get those. You don't have to come up with your own. A post about the business. Again, I'll go into that in further detail. And a personal post, whatever you would post normally. If you're not a poster normally, then, think of funny memes, things about you, something that you would normally share. Maybe it's a pretty photo or a cute picture of a dog or a cute picture of your dog or cute pictures of your kids or family photo, a selfie, an inspirational quote, a funny meme, whatever it might be. Because what's important here is that you have become a Rodan Fields consultant. You have started a Rodan Fields business, but you're still your own person. We don't want you to become a Rodan Fields billboard. We want people to see, for example, that I'm still Caroline Smith. Rodan Fields is a part of my life. Rodan Fields is what I do for work. But I'm still my own person because that's what makes me unique from every other Rodan Fields consultant out there, right? So what I also want to encourage you to do is I want you to become friends with as many Rodan Fields consultants as you possibly can right now. The best way to do that is right here on this team page on Team Unstoppable. Go to members and go to the members of that page and send them a friend request. Most of them will accept, some of them won't. They've maybe reached their max. But by you being friends with more Rodan Fields consultants, you're going to be able to see more posts. You're going to be able to see how they post every day, the before and afters that they post, the inspirational stories about what this business is doing for others' lives. You're going to be able to see that. And you're going to be able to see what they post for their personal posts to get ideas from them. Of course, like I said in my first video, we want you to get your own voice in this business, and you want to be your own authentic self, and you don't just want to be like a copy paste something that everybody else is saying you're doing. But of course, at first, when you're getting your footing, like when I first started, of course, I copy and pasted, especially if it's something like a before and after. If someone says, there's like a little paragraph that they've written, like maybe you'll post, wow, look at what these products have done for Courtney's skin. I am so happy for her. This is what she said. And then of course you're going to copy and paste the quote underneath that from what Courtney said, including the picture of her before and after, because that's what she said, and that is fine. Other posts about the business, maybe it's somebody was just able to leave their job because of this business. Maybe someone is so psyched because they're able to pay for groceries for their family, and that's the biggest deal right now because their husband is out on medical leave, or a single mom that's able to fund her son's hockey or her daughter's dance through this. Relatable things that your audience is there's going to be people in your audience that can relate to, because I can't personally just continue to tell my story because my audience isn't going to relate to every single thing that I do. For example, like my friend Panda is an anesthesiologist, and I post about her and how she's a Rodan Fields consultant. That way, friends that I have that are doctors or in the medical field could be like, huh, I can relate to that. Or I don't have a daughter, so I don't post about, how expensive their clothes are, even though my sons are, or their dance class or cheer competition or things like that. But you get my drift. You see what I mean, right? You can also always find posts for stories, you can always look at my timeline, my personal timeline on Facebook, and you can always use any of my posts that you find inspiring that you want to use for your own posts. Absolutely use them. I have an album titled Life Changing Skincare is the Vehicle on my personal Facebook timeline. You can always use that. And then, of course, you're going to post your personal post for the day. So that's your 3 posts for the day. Now, if you're someone that's coming into this and you've never been a poster before, you've never posted on social media, and posting 3 times a day right now scares the heck out of you, and you need to start with 1 post a day this week, and then maybe next week go to 2 posts a day, make 1 about Rodan & Fields, 1 personal, and the following week inch into 3 posts a day. That's fine too. But of course, if you're ready to just dive in, get hot and heavy, have this business change your life, or fund whatever why you're doing this for, whatever it might be, then just jump in, because nothing great ever happens in your comfort zone. It happens right outside of your comfort zone, right? So, okay, so we covered the posts. Also, when you become friends with these other consultants on this team, and you see posts that you like, when you're busy, maybe you're working another full-time job and you're running around like crazy, and you have, 15, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour a day to work your Rodan & Fields business in nooks and crannies, and you don't want to sit down and have to think of a post. So, keep it in the forefront of your mind that you are going to have to be posting about your business. So when you're friends with these other Rodan & Fields consultants and you see a post about Rodan & Fields, whether it's business or product related, go right up to the corner of that post, and you can actually click the option to save it, and it will save it for you for later. You just click save for later. That way, when it's time to post and you're like, okay, now I have to do a before and after post, you can just scroll through your saved posts, the posts you've already saved, and be like, oh, okay, I can post about this right now. Let me just change up the wording, add in an emoji that would be me, make it sound like my voice, and boom, done in a few seconds. Maybe you set it up so that you post about the skincare in the morning, and then so like your before and after photo in the morning. Then in the afternoon is your personal post, whether it be whatever it is, a funny meme, something to make people laugh, a photo of your kids, your dog, a cute dog, an inspirational quote, whatever. Then in the afternoon or evening is maybe when you do your business post, that kind of thing. Okay, I just have my little listy here. Also, what I want to encourage you to do is to set your profile on social media, your profiles on social media, to public on Facebook and on Instagram. Why? Because since you're running a business now, others will be able to find you that way if they just search, like if they search Rodan, and they're just searching for the product anyways, you can come up for them even if you're not friends with them or they don't know you on social media yet. Also, how it helps is that you'll probably see, if what we do is we'll love on each other's posts to help boost them up in the news feed. And so when you're new and you're just, getting your footing underneath you, your sponsor will probably post to this team page and say, hey, and tag you, so-and-so could use some love on her post. Can you please give it some love, and we will return it. And then a bunch of other consultants will come over and they'll like and comment on your post. And then you and your sponsor can return love to those consultants. But since not everybody can be friends with everybody on social media, since there are limits and some people don't have room for new friends, they don't have to be friends to come over and comment for you. So if you can set your profile to public, that would be definitely helpful. And of course, we know that we talked about yesterday that we wanted you to, we encourage you to send 200 messages to 200 different people in your first 14 days in business. So today I want to encourage you to send 20 more messages. You should have sent 20 yesterday and 20 today. And I also want to encourage you you have a solution tool on your website. When you enrolled, whatever you chose for your website, for example, mine is carolinesmith.myrnf.com. Whatever yours might be. Maybe you chose maybe you have a separate business name, maybe whatever it might be. So you also would have got a confirmation email for your enrollment and with what that website is. So I want to encourage you to go to that website, go to your website, scroll down. They're always changing it. So whether it's like the banners and promotions, I think it's like the third or fourth thing down on your main website, and it will say something like find your solution. Click on that and it'll bring you to a few questions that you'll answer for your own skin, and then put your email address in at the end, and you'll get an email with the products that are recommended for you. But then you can also see how you can use that for your customers and your prospects, and how easily you can assess what they need for their skin without you even knowing anything about skincare yet. And also lean on your sponsor for questions. Do not hesitate to ask them questions. When I have a new consultant enroll with me, when they're asking me questions every day, I encourage that. That means I know that they're working. I know that they're diving in. I'm expecting to hear from them every day, and I'm touching base with them every day. So do that with your direct sponsor. Of course, I've got 1,500 on this team at this point when we're making this video in April of 2020, during the COVID corona crisis. And so I can't answer every question directly, but work directly with your sponsor and ask them any questions that you have. Then play around with that solution tool and put in different things, like put in different options, and play around with it, and that will help you to learn the skincare, like what would be recommended. It'll just be insightful for you at first. And you can see easily when someone is filling that out, you'll get an email, a copy of the email of exactly what's recommended for them, and they'll also get an email with exactly what's recommended to them too. I encourage everyone to try to get people on the phone as much as possible, but when it's not possible, of course, then you talk through social media. And of course, at first, I know that you're scared of the phone. Most people are. Lean on your sponsor, do three-way calls with her or him, especially in regards to the business. It's not a weird thing. You can say to them you can say to your friends and your prospects and your audience know that you just started with Rodan & Fields. So they don't expect you to be an expert. So don't try to be. It's in the easiest time than ever to say, you know what, I'm so excited about this, but obviously I'm new, so I'm still learning. Could I get you on the phone with my friend Molly, who has been in business longer than me and knows more, and she can answer your questions, and it is going to be a great learning and training opportunity for me. And just do that. So whenever you can get someone on the phone, for face-to-face is always number one, phone is number two, and then of course, social media messaging online is number three. So don't feel overwhelmed. All you have to do today is your 3 posts, send 20 messages, and look at your solution tool. Set your social media profiles to public, and boom, I'll see you tomorrow on day 3. Stick in with it and just trust us. The process is amazing, and this business is life-changing if you stick with it. Okay, see you tomorrow.